Tonight, our I-Team investigation into how sex traffickers find our kids continues. At 6 o'clock, we learned how potential traffickers are using social media to enter your kids' online friend circle.
Yeah, it is some very scary stuff. And Chief Investigative Reporter Matthew Campbell is now revealing the frightening methods traffickers use to take their online encounters offline.
Well, Mark and Aaron, this part will be frightening. Talking with experts, it's like we have the predator's playbook. So we're opening it up and sharing it with you. What you need to do to protect your kids online. Through anti-trafficking organization Love 146 based in New Haven, Erin Williamson knows the behaviors of sex traffickers.
And then they might just start liking your stuff, writing little comments, again, getting it so that their name is popping up in your child's profile.
Earlier tonight, we learned how traffickers use social media to contact our kids. Now we're learning what happens if our children engage in conversation.
Once we have a crack into that door, we just keep nudging.
She's seen how conversations get more personal.
If a kid is continuing to talk with somebody and continuing to share, oftentimes at some point they're going to share something that reveals a vulnerability.
For example, she says that vulnerability could be anything from bad grades, secret crushes, to a child's sexuality.
They won't share things with their real world friends because maybe they're scared of being teased or bullied, or they've never told anyone this before.
Once the predator has obtained that secret, Williamson says it's only a matter of time before they're going to leverage it.
I'm friends with 52 people who go to your school. If you don't send me the photo that I want, if you don't come and meet me where I want you to come and meet me, then that secret you told me, I'm going to tell all your kids and I'm going to make sure it's spread around school.
So young minds are confronted with two awful scenarios.
Either I do everything this individual is asking of me, or the consequences of the secret that I shared with that individual are so grave that it would tear my family apart. That is a heavy weight for a kid.
That's how it starts, and experts say it can end with victims being extorted into prostitution. They're not necessarily taken from the street and smuggled.
And we're finding the vast majority are adults, just barely over the age of 18, some below that.
Sergeant Jason Cicenti is the human trafficking liaison for the Newington Police Department. He says worldwide, trafficking is a $150 billion business, and it's here.
People are making, in a year's time, over $300,000 tax-free on one victim if they work 315 days a year. And that's a Connecticut case.
Some victims cooperate and help police trace back to how it started.
We're learning that social media, they are using games on the internet, they're using dating websites.
Now, you may be at home saying this nightmare would never happen to my kids, and maybe you're right. But we spoke with two random teen sisters who can confirm that phishing process of strangers reaching out through social media, it's something that happens a lot.
Would you like to be my sugar baby? That's a lot of them, like toe pics, or like if you want to do stuff for money. It's disgusting. Yeah.
Those are examples of the things strangers are saying to our kids, even though their accounts are private.
We get like the requests for DMs, so it's uncomfortable.
Williamson says social media has really changed everything. Predators can have online conversations with hundreds of kids at one time when previously they had to connect in person. So how can we protect our kids?
So I am not somebody who says, do not let your kids go on social media. I think that is completely unrealistic.
Williamson preaches monitoring.
I'm going to have your password to your phone.
She asks for understanding.
Oftentimes we're blaming kids or blaming the wrong kid for something somebody else did, and that makes these kids really scared to disclose that their photo is out there, that their secret is out there, and that they need help from adults.
Experts say another thing parents need to monitor are video games. Talking to strangers on headsets, it's very common with these games, and experts say predators have been known to reach out and make connections that way. Matthew Campbell, Channel 13 News.